6:47, your top stories this Thursday morning in our Smart Start. A fist fight here in the city led to a homicide. This happened just before 4 yesterday afternoon on Genesee Street. RPD tells us two men were fighting. One pulled out a gun, shot the other. The shooter fled the scene. The victim died at the hospital. He was 38. As police responded to the shooting call, an officer on the way to that scene was in a crash. The officer and two other people in another vehicle were hospitalized with minor injuries. This accident was at the intersection of Ames and Wilder Streets. Police did not specify how many cars were involved. They are still investigating that crash along with the homicide case. New details in a deadly drive-by shooting in the city this week. The man killed when this happened Tuesday night is 40-year-old Sios Rios. According to Major Crimes, he was not the intended target. The shooting on Weld and North Union Streets. Police tell us the gunfire came from a stolen vehicle driving by. Rios was on his porch when he was hit. Police tell us the intended target, a 19-year-old man on the sidewalk, was also shot. He's expected to live. A suspect is in custody right now for a shooting that happened in June. 31-year-old John Kiyomi Ruiz was arrested Tuesday. Police say he shot a 24-year-old on Lake Avenue June 20th. The victim survived, but was left with life-altering injuries. Ruiz is charged with attempted murder, assault, and criminal possession of a weapon. A federal grand jury has indicted a school bus driver accused of sexually abusing a 13-year-old girl here in Rochester. Thomas Rosario is charged with attempted production, receipt, as well as possession of child porn and tampering with a victim. Authorities say Rosario inappropriately touched the girl, 13 years old, in a school van and had sexual conversations with her on the way to and from school. If convicted in the case, he faces a minimum penalty on the charge of 15 years in prison. Rochester Regional Health is set to start billing patients who use the messaging feature on its MyCare app when those responses require more than a brief time to get back to you. This comes on the heels of URMC's announcement that it's doing the same starting Monday for its app called MyChart. These services for both have been completely free for patients in the past. In a statement, RRH says, like many other healthcare groups around the country, it anticipates billing for MyCare messages in the near future, going on to say for requests that require more than a brief response and represents a larger investment on time on behalf of the provider, that's what will come with a bill. Patients will receive detailed explanations of how this will work with the new charge when the hospital system is ready to implement the changes. A new law banning mandatory overtime for nurses in New York is in effect. It creates a reporting procedure for healthcare facilities, letting the State Department of Labor know nurses are going to have to go beyond their OT requirements. It also gives nurses more protection and details on how they can protect their rights. Your weather here 10 minutes ago until the top of the hour with James and Mr. Gilbert. We've had some rain move through this morning. A break right now. Much of the day will be fine, but lunchtime hour, watch that.
That's the focus, is middle of the day. For what it's worth, we're enjoying a nice morning. Sun is out.
Nice.
Right? How about that? Blue skies overhead, which is good to see. But this can also help fuel instability for those thunderstorms. So we do want to keep an eye out for that as we get into the afternoon. Satellite and radar will keep an eye to the west as those storm systems approach. Numbers generally starting off in the 60s. Watch, I would say the sweet spot is between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. for those storms as they move through the region. We'll have a look at the 8-day forecast at the end of the show. Brennan?
All right, thank you, James. Sunrise traffic here. New reports of a crash out on the east side. This is on 490 and Linden Avenue there at that exit. We'll keep an eye on that. Bring you another update at 7:25 during CBS Mornings. Elsewhere on the west side, 390, 490 passing through downtown. Okay, this is again the crash at Linden Avenue and 490 in the Brighton area. A new lawsuit has been filed in Buffalo related to the racist mass shooting at the Tops last year. National Civil Rights Attorney Ben Crump joined other lawyers and victims' families announcing the suit yesterday. They say they have looked into the whole line of distribution of the gun, the body armor, and high-capacity magazine manufacturers, as well as online platforms that contributed to the radicalization of the shooter. A new memorial stands in Buffalo to remember those lost that day. Organizers with the Elmwood Avenue Festival of the Arts donated a tree which will be planted outside the store on Jefferson Avenue. They say the tree was chosen for its beautiful heart-shaped leaves. There's also a new plaque there which reads, "The Tree of Love is dedicated to the precious lives lost on May 14th, 2022. After skimming devices were found at multiple Walmarts, namely in Geneva and Canandaigua, closest to us recently, a cybersecurity expert has some tips on protecting your personal info. Ahmed Hamza with RIT tells us swiping your card on a scanner at the store can transfer your data directly to the skimming device. His advice for using card readers: avoid swiping. That is the least secure method. Instead, use the chip that's on the new cards and the tap feature. Hamza even goes one step further, saying the safest method is using payment apps to make your purchases. He says it may not be the most convenient way, but those extra steps can do a lot in protecting you. State police are expanding eligibility here in New York for those who want to become a trooper. The maximum age to apply used to be 29. It's been bumped up to 34. A recruitment officer says raising that welcomes a more diverse and experienced group of applicants, like military personnel or those looking to change career paths. Recruiters say the state has faced some hurdles in getting new applicants, but they say working as a trooper can be extremely rewarding.
You can see that these days there's many other opportunities to work from home, computer-based jobs, so many positions in tech, again facilitating being able to work from home, so that could be a challenge. You have the ability to serve your community and make a difference. It's not just pulling people over for traffic infractions, but it is responding to emergencies and, people in need of help.
If you're interested in signing up to be a trooper, just want to learn more, visit joinstatepolice.ny.gov. Another day and still no Powerball winner. The jackpot now estimated around $875 million. The next drawing for that Saturday night, also still rising. No winners for Mega Millions Tuesday. That jackpot there, about $560 million. That drawing is tomorrow. The odds of hitting one of these, about 1 in 300 million, but you never know.
Wow.
It happens every few months. They roll around the changes they've made to the games, adding an extra drawing here and there. And there you go. As always, play responsibly.
Better chance of finding a shark in Lake Ontario.
Better chance of finding probably 300 of them in Lake Ontario. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's good luck for those that are playing.
Yes.
And if you are getting outside today, just keep your eye to the sky. We do have those showers firing up. I go partly cloudy because most of the day is going to be dry. Tomorrow also looks like a great day, but it's kind of a cover your butt scenario here. Isolated storms tomorrow. And then Saturday and Sunday, we'll focus on that. Both days do have scattered storms, but I am trending a little bit more towards Saturday. I think it's a little bit drier for you.
All right. Thank you, James. Thanks for watching us here at Sunrise this Thursday. We're back in 30 minutes. CBS Mornings coming your way.
Wherever you are, on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.